Welcome to Thrive with Meghan and Harry. We bring you news, views, and commentary about Harry and Meghan. Let's thrive together, guys. I hope you guys are all doing well, and we're still celebrating the birthday. Okay, so don't forget about that. We're celebrating the birthday. Yeah, I just wanted you guys to to know that we're still doing this. We're still on the birthday track. Anyways, but guys, oh my gosh, what has been going on the last couple of days? Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. So, the first thing that I want to talk about, guys, is I have a new hero lady that I want to talk about here. And her name is actually Lisa Reen Hannah. Oh my gosh. And she is that lady that you guys saw. And I'm not saying, listen, I'm not saying that she dissed or gave Kate a bad eye or what. I don't know what it is. But you know what? Kate kind of deserved that because you know why? Remember that time when Meghan went back for their final appearance, I guess you can call it, and they were at the Commonwealth Services, what it was 2 years, 3 years ago by now. Talking about that, the one from this year, I didn't even know what happened. Like I heard nothing about it and I cared nothing about it. Because you know why? Because nobody cares about them. Anyways, moving along here. So, remember how Kate treated Meghan at that time? Remember that? Remember that Kate didn't even look at Meghan? She didn't look at Meghan or Harry. She just kind of just kept her head straight ahead and she talked to other people, but she kind of snubbed and ignored Harry and Meghan. Both of them. In public. That's what she did. So now, and then the reason why we're all cheering on this lady is because she gave, and I'm sure she probably talked to Kate along the way, made Kate feel nice and comfortable. That's how you're supposed to do. That's how Jamaicans and Caribbean people, Bajan people, that's how we do it. People from my country, Barbados, that's how we do it. We say, come, it's okay. You can come sit with us. Yeah. But listen, you know that thing where they say you can forgive, but you never forget? I think that's what basically we're looking at here. We're not going to forget what you did, but you can come and sit with us. Sure, sure. And we're looking at you with a side eye as well. We're looking at you with a side eye. So when she sat there with Kate, and Kate was expecting her to, keep talking to her or whatever. I'm pretty sure she talked to her at some point. The look that she gave was priceless. She just kind of ignored her and put her head the other way. And then we all saw Kate's face in the process. So, like the whole, listen, and I get that she didn't mean to, she is an official. She is a Jamaican politician. Her name is Lisa Reen Hannah, as I said. Listen, she was once a beauty queen, actually. She was crowned Miss World 1993. And she is actually a member of the opposition party, People's National Party. This lady has her own song and everything. It's like crazy. It's amazing, actually. She's a member of parliament for St. Anne South East. And she was Jamaica's Minister of Youth and Culture from 2012 to 2016. Those are just a couple stats about Lisa Hannah, okay? So this lady, she's somebody here. She is a big player here. And so, but she also, this, I think, she believes in reparations, okay? She's one of the people who definitely are pushing for reparations. So this is kind of what she said. Listen, Jamaicans can give you shade and they can be nice at the same time. And that's what I love about Caribbean people. We kind of bring you in, everything is good, but then we're just letting you know that, hey, we didn't forget what you did. We can be real nice, but we also can be real firm about what we want and what's going to happen going forward. That's what the Prime Minister did to Wills the other day. He sat him down and said, hey, you're welcome. We're going to be very respectful. We're very respectful. But listen, we're moving on. We're moving on. Those are the words he used. He said we're moving on. And there's nothing more to be said after that. There you go. So I'm looking here at the Opinion Jamaica. I think that's a newspaper there. And it says here that Lisa Hanna said, I did not snub Kate Middleton, but Jamaica needs more than royal regrets over slavery. Okay? So that is the whole crust of it. She's not looking to be disrespectful or whatever. No, she's not. She's just saying, hey, you know what? You can come, you can stay here, but you know what? When you leave and when you go back, this is what we're doing. We're going forward. We're moving forward. We're going in a different direction. We're going to respectfully say, no, thank you. And we're going to move the other direction. That's basically what they're saying. They're not being overtly rude and all that. No, that's not the way of Caribbean people anyways. Caribbean people, they're not going to be disrespectful. And I love it about it, the way that they did it. They just, hey, come, you're welcome, come, just come. And then they kind of bait and switch them and let them know, hey, you can come, but we're not staying with you. We're not staying with you. We're moving on. So it says here, in Jamaica, we often use the word respect when we greet or part ways with other people, no matter who they are or where they come from. We say this word because we mean it. We respect you as a person because we are all made in God's image and we seek to show appreciation for your value. Oh my gosh. These are great words. You know why? Because I always find, I can say that, you know what? Black people, people of color, we haven't always been treated with respect. And it's amazing that after all all that we've been through, we can kind of still look at things and say, hey, we respect you. We respect whatever. We respect what you represent, but we're going to say no. We're going to say no to it, and we're going the other direction. We are not rude people. And and the whole coverage of this tour is amazing to me. Guys, it's just amazing to me because I was watching that. Remember I told you the other day, this lady that has this British talk show, she told them to just grin and ignore it. Grin and ignore the protests. That's what she said the other day. But she kind of changed her tune. She kind of switched her tune now. She's not saying to grin and ignore it. She's actually beginning to realize that it wasn't just one little tiny thing. It's going on and on and on. So now she's changed her tune a little bit. But I saw this guy on one of those shows, and he's like, the tour is a success. The tour is a success. He's trying to convince himself and all the people watching that the tour is a success. They can't just take one little tiny picture and put it on social media and think that it's the whole tour. There's hundreds of people who came out. There's hundreds of people who came out to meet Kate and Wills. The tour is a success. That was the one lone guy saying that the tour is a success. But you know what? That's fine. That's great. Whatever. But that's cute. Whatever. Anyways, I'm gonna continue here with this article that I'm looking at. But it says here, the word respect does not mean that we always agree with that person. It is simply an acknowledgement of their humanity and their value. And you know what's funny? Throughout the years, all these years, hundreds and thousands of years, people of color and Black people, we have been treated, we've been devalued as humans. We've been devalued as women, as Black women and Black women. We've been devalued as humans. Our humanity has not been, they kind of ignore our humanity and just treat us horribly. Like, for instance, this, oh my God, Ketanji Brown and her nomination here, Judge Ketanji Brown. She has sat there, guys, and she has been getting all kind of abuse, all kind of silly questions. They're hanging her out to dry and asking her the silliest questions ever. And she has to sit there with a nice smile and kind of take it and kind of say, hey, I am going to come forward and I'm going to just do the same things that all these hundreds of other justices, Supreme Court justices, I'm going to do the job that they do. And she's probably, guys, she's probably going to do it even more. But the things that she has been subjected to is amazing, and nobody else has been subjected to that. But I know, you know what? She's first. She is the first Black woman to that position. So, you know what? When you're first, I guess you do have to deal with a lot of stuff that a lot of people don't deal with. So, you know what? There you go. She's breaking a glass ceiling. So, you know. So, anyways, I know I'm kind of going all in circles, but hey, you guys know what I'm talking about here. So, so it says here, yeah. So it is simply an acknowledgement of their humanity and their value. So that's what respect means for Jamaican people and most Caribbean people. That's how we see things. Much fuss has been made of my supposed snub of the Duchess of Cambridge because of a 2-second manipulated clip taken out of context. That's what she said. I have nothing but respect for Catherine as a person, and I treated her with that respect and cordiality, as evidenced by many other photos and videos of our interaction. I do not have any quarrel with the Duchess herself, the people of the United Kingdom, or the government. That's what she said, okay? The more significant issue at play is the current global reality that our institutions have created over centuries, guys, centuries. We all know the history of wars of conquest, slavery, subjugation, and colonization. We all know about the interaction of resources and the exploitation of lands and labor. Sadly, too many of us do not know that it was the slave masters, not the slaves or their descendants, who received reparations after slavery ended and the plantations collapsed. And Sunny Hostin talked about this, and I'm gonna get to Sunny Hostin a little later in the video here, okay? I'm gonna get to what Sunny Hostin said. So yeah. So listen, it was not the slaves or their descendants who received reparations after slavery ended and the plantations collapsed. We know many of these things, and we all know deep in our hearts that these things were, are, and always will be wrong. Okay? So, basically here, she's telling you, hey, don't worry about the 2-second clip that looks like if I snubbed her, and she probably did a little bit, and I think she did. She did that. She did that. But anyways, but she's trying to tell you, hey, I don't have no quarrel with this lady. She's fine. My quarrel is with this institution, basically. That's what Lisa Hanna is saying. Her quarrel is with the institution, and she needs reparations now. That's basically what she is saying. Okay, so yeah. So anyways, guys. So now I am going to move on to this Dan Rotten guy. Dan Rotten. So now Dan Rotten has gone off on one of his many tangents, and I've never even mentioned this guy before. Because, you know, like, what's there to mention? He's a troll, in my opinion. But hey, anyways, he's just as bad as the, you know, the Pierce moron guy, you know him? Yeah, he's just as bad as him. Anyway, so it says here, the Dan Rotten guy has, of course, he's always got something to say. I don't know what Meghan did to this guy, but he's always coming after Meghan, always got something to say about Meghan. Oh, so... what did he say? And now he's, I don't even know, whatever. But he says here, he's look at all the trouble that she's caused, blaming Meghan for this horrible trip. And do you know what's funny about it? We have on the one hand somebody saying, "Oh, the tour is a success. The tour is going great." Like, what are you talking about? The tour is going great. And then the other guy here, Dan Rotten, he's saying, Um, it's all because of Meghan that the tour is, and he's inadvertently admitting that the tour is crap right now. He's inadvertently admitting that the tour is a disaster because he's blaming Meghan and saying that, oh, it's all because of Meghan, and Meghan saying that saying that the royal family has done something, the R word to her and all this. So he's kind of blaming Meghan, and there's a lot of people who are blaming Meghan. But it says here, let me see here. Okay, so now it says here now, and I'm reading this from the. I don't even know. You know what? I don't need to say. It says here the royal couple have been accused of benefiting from the blood, sweat, and tears of slaves as they arrived in Jamaica to be met by a protest calling for reparations from the monarchy. That isn't something new. It says Kate and Wells will celebrate the culture and history during their time in the Caribbean island, where there have been calls from politicians in recent years for Jamaica to drop the Queen. But Jamaica already did that yesterday, so let me just move on down a little further. Protesters gathers outside the British High Commission in this country's capital, Kingston, with one placard held by a girl reading, "Kings, queens, and princes belong in fairy tales, not in Jamaica." I didn't even see that one. It said there was a girl holding a placard saying kings, queens, and princes belong in fairy tales, not in Jamaica. It was worse than I thought. Oh my gosh. But so this is what Opal Adisa, a Jamaican human rights advocate who helped organize the protests, called for an apology. She said, Kate and William are beneficiaries as they are, in fact, complicit because they are positioned to benefit specifically from our ancestors and we're not benefiting from our ancestors. Oh my goodness. They are benefiting, but we, the ancestors of the slave, we didn't get zilch. You know who got everything? It was the slave owners, the slave masters. Those are the people who benefited, not us, the ancestors. I mean we're not the beneficiaries or the people who came after. We didn't benefit from our ancestors. Our ancestors, Howard, everything that they went through, being on those ships and vomited and puking and all the stuff that they had to endure, and just the hell that they had to go through on those ships coming over. So yeah, so basically we are not the ones benefiting here from it. Is them that are still benefiting. And it says here the luxury and the lifestyle that they have had and that they continue to have, trips in all over the world for free with no expense, that is a result of my great great grandmother and grandfather, their blood and tears and sweat. So, but that Dan Wooden is blaming Meghan, and he's also blaming us. He's blaming her supporters, us, the Sussex Squad and Sussex supporters. He's blaming us, saying that because of what Meghan said on the Oprah interview, he's saying that that's what stoked the whole thing. Like, and you know what? That's actually insulting to the Caribbean islands. It's very insulting, Dan Wooten. In case you didn't know, Dan Rotten Wooten, or whatever the hell your name is. That's really disturbing that you would say that, because you know why? It's not because of Meghan, and that's not the reason why Barbados and Jamaica and other Caribbean countries that are going to follow are going to fire the Queen as the head of state, and just move in the direction of being a republic. Okay, so it's not because of just Meghan. Meghan might be a very small part of that, the way that they saw her being treated. Meghan and Harry, if they were still there, they would have, listen, if they had gone on this tour, it would have been very different. It would have been very different. But you know what? Let me just say that they're the ones who brought this on themselves here, Kate and Wills. They brought this on themselves, because I don't think it was the right time to have this tour. How dare they? After coming off of this pandemic and all that, and after just all the stuff that everybody is going through, and you're gonna go on a trip wearing pretty dresses and shaking and waving and all this stuff. Nobody wants to see that. I'm sorry, but nobody wants it. So you can't blame Meghan for the fact that the Caribbean people are done with it. They're donezo. Donezo, I say. Donezo. And I said I was not gonna do any any Jamaican accents. But yeah, so all right, so now I'm gonna kind of move on here. And I want to talk a little bit about Dr. Shola. Oh my gosh. I haven't talked about her. I don't think on this podcast yet, but I so admire this lady. Dr. Shola she is always on the front lines for Harry and Meghan first, and she's always on the front line for black people and black women in general, and just women, people of color and women of color. She is always on the front lines. And she's always getting harassed and always getting, and I want to say thank you to Dr. Shola for everything that you do. Okay. I know a lot of people don't always say thank you to people. I am going to say thank you to Dr. Shola for doing everything that you do to, just, she's just an amazing lady. Let's put it that way. And I know there's other people as well. There's, oh my God, they escape my mind. But there's a lot of people in the UK, a lot of women, black women. For her, for instance, she did a lot for as well. But she has gotten disillusioned. Well, I wouldn't, maybe not disillusioned, but she is just upset about the whole situation, and she's just kind of backed off from doing it as much as Dr. Shola. But Dr. Shola has been always there, and she's always been hitting back. So anyways, let me just go on here. It says here Dr. Shola has hit back at Dan Wooden in a row over Prince William and Kate's Caribbean tour. So let me see here. It says here that the Wooten guy wrote a column claiming that Meghan Markle's accusation against an unnamed royal of the R word against her and Prince Harry's son Archie in their interview was being weaponized against the Cambridges on the tour. That's what Dan Wooten said. Okay? So I'm not going to say what he said because he's talking a bunch of crap, so I'm not even going to bother with that. Well, let me see. But this is what Dr. Shola hit back with, okay, on Twitter. She retweeted what he said, and then she said, Meghan Markle is not to blame for Prince William and Kate Middleton's failed royal tour Caribbean, for demands of apology and reparation owed to Jamaica, Bahamas, or for the British monarchy being steeped in racism, oppression, and exploitation of black people all over the world, pretty much. So she let him know that, hey, this is not Meghan's fault. How dare you bring... Meghan is home. She is in Montecito, taking care of her kids, working on Pearl, working on her podcast, all these things that Meghan is doing. And Meghan is out of the way. Meghan is nowhere to be seen. And you guys are making her the face of this whole thing. How dare you? Why the hell do you always have to try to do this to Meghan? Why? Meghan is minding her business. She has nothing to do with this failed tour. Okay? Why do you have to bring her name into it? And I know why they're doing that. They just want to whip up the hate that they know is out there for Meghan. That's basically it. They're trying to whip up those hate mongers, like there's no Yankee Doodle anymore, guys. They're trying to whip up all the crazy haters that are out there for Meghan, and that's why they're bringing her name into it. She is not any part of this. I'm sorry, but Meghan doesn't have anything to do with this. And I hope, and you know what? Dan Rotten is a liar. There you go. There you go, Dan Rotten. You're a liar. There you go. Anyways, so the next thing I want to talk about is One of my favorite shows, The View. Okay, The View. They mentioned this in their show yesterday. They were talking about it. So it says here, The View highlights backlash to Prince Will's and Kate Middleton's royal tour in Jamaica. Make reparations. There you go. So let's see here. So it says, they have been forced to cancel some parts of their tour and all that. We all know that. And okay, I want to get to actually what Sunny Hostin had to say. So listen, this is some of what Sunny said. So it says here, Sunny Hostin also called out the royals for making the PR decision to describe the current goodwill tour as a charm offensive, citing one of the main sources of their wealth, their company Royal Adventures in Africa, through which the royals transported approximately 90,000 slaves to British-owned plantations in the Caribbean. When slavery in Britain was abolished in 1834, they took out the modern equivalent of a $21 billion public loan to pay slave owners back, meaning British citizens were forced to pay it off. Okay? The British citizens, the ones who are so gung-ho, well, not everybody, but a lot of them are so gung-ho to want this, to want to keep this institution going. They're the ones who had to pay for that 21 billion. Okay? In case you guys didn't know, you had to pay off that all that money. You had to pay it off. And you also have to pay them. The British royal family, you have to pay them. So you're paying twice, guys. You're paying twice. Anyways, let me move on here. So black people living in Britain paid reparations to slave owners. Hostin explained. They owe them money. So, and okay, it goes on here. And Whoopi said that the effects of oh my God, I always have a problem saying this word colonialization. You know what I mean? Have impacted people of color across Britain, such as British Indians and other Caribbean communities. So it's not just black people, that's what she was trying to say. It's all a lot of people of just people of a lot of Indian people and just people of color, basically. People of color. That's what I'll say. And let me see here. What else here? So it says here, I expected that Charles, when he was in Barbados, has some idea, because he went on and apologized as he was releasing the hole that Britain has. So perhaps somebody's listening. That's what she said. And it's a new group of folks. So, no, well, you know what? The truth is, a lot of people are wondering if they were expecting this, or if they were, if this was something that they kind of planned for, but no, they didn't expect this. And no, the tour is not going well. The tour is, you know what they call a bait and switch. That's what happened to them on this tour. It was definitely a bait and switch, because they didn't expect this. They didn't expect for Jamaica to invite them in and say, hey, come. And then all of a sudden Jamaica's like, yeah, but we gonna go the other way. They didn't expect that. So I don't want to hear people saying that they expected it. No, they did not. It's all amazing to watch, and it's delicious actually to watch this. So yeah, so I'm happy the View said something about this, and it's great actually. But yeah, so then again, we're moving on again. And we're moving on to some great news. Meghan's first Spotify podcast series is to examine stereotypes about women. Archetypes, produced by the Sussexes Archwell Audio and Spotify's Gimlet Media will release this summer. Okay? So it says here, Meghan Markle's first exclusive Spotify podcast series called Archetypes will examine the history behind the stereotypes that get leveled against women. Okay? The series, produced by Archwell Audio and Spotify's Gimlet Media, will release this summer and be hosted by the Duchess of Sussex. She is expected to interview historians and experts to discover the history behind such labels and have conversations with other women whose own public perceptions have been shaped by these stereotypes. This is how we talk about women, the words that raise our girls, and how the media reflects women back to us. Meghan says in a teaser released Wednesday, but where do these stereotypes come from? And how do they keep, and why do they keep showing up, defining our lives? That's what she's asking. So I am excited about this. I think this is amazing. And I am so happy that Meghan has taken on this. This is just amazing. I'm so happy about this, guys. So you know what, guys, this is just amazing, and I will have another episode about the end of the tour, the Make Colonialism Great Again tour. That's what I call it. But anyways, so guys, I wanted to actually thank some people who have sent me super chats in the last couple of days and stuff. I, you know what, I'm just going. I'm thanking everybody. Let's put it that way. I always do that. I'm going to thank Smile for Young G, Alice Langdon. She's always sending super chats. Nutty Doctor is always sending super chats. Cookies and Cream, always sending super chats. Alex Langdon again. Mrs. Ass is always sending super chats. Carol Lund is always sending super chats. And Arnold Sanders, thank you for your super chats. Royal Sussex sent me a super chat. And Black Queen sent a super chat in the last couple days, and Black Cougar 1959 sent a super chat. Thank you guys so much. That is amazing. I am so happy that you guys find that my work is something that you want to support, and I appreciate that so much, guys. My gosh. And also I have to always thank my members, the members of our channel. They are amazing. Lady of Washington, we love you so much. Mrs. S, we love you. And I think you're back. And I think you said that you were feeling a little, not 100% yet, but you're back. And then we love that. Arnold Sanders, thank you so much, Arnold. You're amazing. And Cookies and Cream, you're amazing. You make me hungry every time I think of you. Cookies and Cream. I'm like, cookies and cream. So yeah, so thank you guys so much for everything. Let me see here. So I actually wanted to say, okay, I'm going to talk about Bahamas in my next one because they're not in Bahamas yet. I think they're on the move today to go there. So I want to have a whole thing about Bahamas when the time comes, okay? So we're not going to talk about that right now, but I just want to say, actually, guys, there's a new channel, I don't know if she's really new, but she's been around, I guess, for about a year or so, but she has started to, I think she just got over 2,000 subscribers just now, and she's doing great, and I just want to say a hi and welcome to Sharian Said. I think she's doing amazing, and you know what? She has been welcomed in, and she's really, really doing well. And you know what? I want to say hey and thank you for being a positive channel for Meghan and Harry. You're amazing. I watched a couple of your episodes, and you are great. And she's doing really well. So welcome, Sharian Said. I don't know if people do that, but you know what? I think I was raised like that, so I'm gonna say welcome. You're welcome here, and we love you. And thanks for being a positive channel. And there's another girl that I really like to watch. Her name is Tisa Tals. She talks about everything. She doesn't just talk about Meghan and Harry, but she talks about everything. But I think she's amazing, and I just love her. Oh my god! And I watch her all the time. But yeah, so there's a lot of new channels, guys, that are really doing well and stuff. So I just want to say welcome to them, and it's great that that's happening. I just think if we want the Sussexes to everything to grow when it comes to the Sussexes, we need new people coming in, and I think it's amazing that we have newer people talking about Harry and Meghan and Murad Murali. Of course, we all know he is a supporter of Harry and Meghan. I think he's great, and these people are like Murad Murali. He doesn't have to do that. He has he's like he's out of this, like, on a different level completely, and he still finds time to talk about Harry and Meghan, and just because it's the right thing to do, and that's why he does it. So, and a lot of these people, like Tisa Tells, her channel is huge. She doesn't need to do that, but she does because she knows it's the right thing to do. And Sherry and Said, or Sade, Sherry and Sade, I'm not sure. I think it's Said or Sade. But she, like, her channel is growing so much. Like, like, it's amazing. And I love to see new growth, and I love to see new people coming in. And I think it's amazing. I welcome all of you. Welcome to the Sussex Squad. Anyways, guys, if you've sent any super chats, I appreciate it so much. I really do appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much to my channel members. Thank you to all you guys for always coming through, always watching and always supporting me. All of the usual suspects that are always here every time I have a every time I drop a podcast, you guys are here. So I appreciate that so much. Remember to like, subscribe, and share this. You guys are awesome. And, yeah, that's all I have to say, guys. It's just, you guys are amazing. And I will be doing, I guess when the tour is done, we'll be doing that. And we're going to just do a whole thing on the tour, a whole rundown of the goddamn awful tour. The Make Colonialism Great Again tour. So yeah, so guys, it's been amazing talking to you. I really do enjoy coming and just talking about this to somebody. Because a lot of people in my own life, they don't really understand what I'm doing. They're like, what are you doing? What? Somebody asked me, why are you doing a channel about Harry and Meghan? Why didn't you do one about Rihanna? Somebody asked me, one of my friends asked me that. I was like, I couldn't explain it. I was like, maybe because Riri is good. She doesn't, like, it's a whole thing. Is the reason why we do this. It's not, I couldn't explain it. I'm like, I didn't even know what to say. I was like, there's a reason why we do this. And it's, I couldn't explain it to my friend. I was like, it's hard to explain why we do this, but maybe you'll see at some point. You'll get it at some point. When you see the things that are happening because of Harry and Meghan, then it will be visible to you then. I guess that's the only way I can put it. That's the way I can put it. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. If you sent any super chats, I appreciate it. If you sent any PayPal, I also appreciate it. Thanks so much, guys. Remember that Meghan said it's not enough to just survive something. That's not the point of life. You have to thrive. You've got to feel happy. Unquote. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great one. Bye.